Hey gang, Matt the Helpful Home Inspector coming at you from a new build construction in Lomira, Wisconsin. Today, we're talking about the difference between building code and best practice. Today, specifically, we're going to be talking about the support of the main beam of your home. Okay, so this is holding up all the weight of your house. Generally, you're going to have lolly-pole columns like this. Okay, you're going to have lolly-pole columns that are going to support, but you're also going to have a beam to foundation connection. Okay, now in this house, they're using this wood shim. Basically, it's a block of wood that they had from their trimmings probably, and they're cut it to the right size or whatever to put it into that opening so that the beam sits level in the home, and then they can put the joists and everything on top of that. Okay, now this comes up because yesterday I was at a new build construction and down in where was that, Lisbon. And at the house, the builder showed up for the inspection, or the walkthrough portion of the inspection, and I'm with my clients. And the clients, they don't know a lot about construction practices and things like that. But the builder should, right? And so this, well, he was actually the project manager or project supervisor. Now, as far as what I was talking to the clients about, basically I was saying is a suggestion for improvement and something to monitor moving forward is the fact that they used a wood shim underneath the main beam of the house. Okay, now using a wood shim under the main beam of the house may meet building code, and they're doing it here. They do it in a lot of the houses that I go and visit and stuff. Okay, however, when we're talking about building code, we're talking about the bare minimum that a builder must provide as far as quality, okay? As far as quality of construction. Building code is the bottom. It's the bare minimum. If you don't meet building code, it's not gonna pass permit and stuff like that, and it's gonna need to be immediately corrected. But that's the bottom. We're talking about best practice. And sometimes, like in the case that we're talking about with these shims and how we shim our main beam, okay? Sometimes best practice doesn't take a lot of effort, all right? Sometimes best practice is relatively simple, but if we don't do best practice, we have potential for, or greater potential for issues in the future, okay? In this case, when you have a wood shim like that, it can crack, it can split, it can rot, it can deteriorate, it can have all kinds of things, but I guarantee you it's going to shrink. As that wood dries out, it's going to shrink slightly. The lamb beam here, okay, the lamb beam up here is made of wood as well. That's going to shrink slightly as well. As these materials shrink a little bit, we could have the greater potential for structural movement. Now, if this shim here was made out of a built-up steel plates to make that level, I mean, it just makes more sense that it's not going to rot, it's not going to deteriorate, it's not going to change or, well, it's going to expand and contract a little bit with temperature, but it's not going to expand and contract as much as this little piece of wood that's in there, you know? It's not that hard to do either. I mean, these steel plates that we're talking about aren't going to cost a lot of money, okay? And it's easy. You can build them up and you can have them in your pocket as you're installing the beam, easy to put in. You don't have to go and try to get it level and then measure the gap and then get the guy on the saw to cut it to the right size. It just makes more sense to me that we do metal shims underneath our beams where our beam contacts the foundation, okay? You could use those metal shims at your lolly poles, but most of the lolly poles are adjustable, like you can see down here at the bottom. These lolly poles are adjustable. But when it comes to simple things like that, it doesn't cost a lot, it doesn't take a lot of extra time. It just takes a slight bit of effort to do a little bit better building practice to prevent issues in the future. And I don't know why a builder would argue with me that that's not best practice. It doesn't make any sense. And this was the house that he was arguing about. This is not a low end. This is not a $200,000 brand new construction. This was $750,000 home. And this guy's trying to argue with me that you shouldn't put that metal shims isn't your best practice. I don't get it. Let me know what you guys think. Should we use metal shims where our beam contacts our foundation? Or is wood shims a perfectly fine practice that I should not be questioning with my clients? I don't know, you guys. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Would really appreciate your input. Thanks again for tuning in, you guys. Remember, the better you take care of your house, the better it's going to take care of you. Have a good one. Hey, thanks for tuning in today, you guys. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. If you want to know when we put out the next one, give me a bell notification. It's a little bell on the bottom right-hand side. And subscribe. You want to know when I'm coming out with new stuff or whatever. You want to be able to check us out and be alerted to new video content coming your way. Subscribe button's really the way to go. Thanks again for tuning in, you guys. Remember, the better you take care of your house, better it's going to take care of you. Have a good one.